Well, howdy, y'all. I know this isn't my normal time, but it's the time I have today. So it feels weird going live in the middle of the day because I haven't completed my day. Um, yeah, I went to, I got all the way to work today. Um, and my client texted me and told me they didn't feel well. So I came home and emailed my teacher that I wouldn't be available to be at class. I'm not getting a response about Zooming in, but that might still come. I think it'll be good to take a mental health day today. Tomorrow is a little crazy because I'm doing an interview with Fluffer Squirrel, and then immediately after that, I'm going over to Mama's channel and doing an interview there. So I will be live in the morning tomorrow as well. And then I'm thinking about going downtown Thursday, tomorrow afternoon. But we shall see. We shall see. Yeah, so how's everybody doing today? What's going on in your life? I am not used to being on this early in the day. This is very different. I did some research this morning about YouTube and communication and that kind of thing. To get ready and think about my paper. Soda is about to come visit, y'all. Come here, Bubba. Yeah, here he is. Here he is. Look at that. You guys should be able to hear him purr. So, that's what's going on so far. There isn't much again going on in Scientology land. So, I'm planning to hopefully protest tomorrow afternoon, but we'll see how tired I am after interviewing Fluffer Squirrel tomorrow morning and doing a live stream. Mama and I, hi Sunrise Dawn. Mama and I are doing a live stream tomorrow and Fluffer Squirrel. Time to pick up the little one? Okay, Sunrise Dawn. Can you see Soda trying to eat my nose? Can you hear him purring? He insists on grabbing my nose. He just insists on it. Okay, so hey, Dusty, how you doing? It's good to see you. Welcome to the Corner Joint. We're opening a little early today. Hi, Tom. How are you? Jasper's being noisy. Okay. Your cat Kathy does that all the time? That's adorable, Tom. Does she bite your nose too? Soda, if I let him lick my nose too long, he'll bite my nose. Okay. Okay. Are you done yet? No. You showing off for everybody? Really, Tom? You've got 10 inside cats and 20 plus outside cats. That is amazing. Do you know Sunrise Dawn? Sunrise Dawn has numerous cats as well, although I think Sunrise Dawn has all her cats being inside cats. Are you done? $14 all indoor. You're so amazing, Sunrise Dawn. We meet so many people with so many cats. Have you been around before, Tom? I don't remember seeing you before. You are, Sunrise Dawn. You are. I don't know how. I can hardly clean the litter box for 2 cats. Keep in mind also that they're big cats. Their bladders are large. Let me just say, their bladders are large. First time. How'd you find me? It's a pleasure. Welcome to the Corner Joint. We just kind of hang around here and chit chat. Sometimes I go down and protest Scientology. Hopefully once or twice a week in general. And other times we do study streams. But today is just a general chit chat. Hopefully you can catch the little guy. Whatever rescue kitties got loose and disappeared in your backyard. Hopefully you can catch him. That's really sad that they disappeared into your yard. I figured it was food, Sunrise Dawn. Good didn't make any sense. You use horse pellets for cat litter. That is a good thing to use for cat litter. Yeah. That is a good thing to use for cat litter. Okay, Sunrise Dawn, take off. Go get the kiddo. That is important. Go get the kiddo. That is important. So, Tom, how come some are indoor and some are outdoor? Do you have feral cats? Is that why you have some outdoor? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. So to hear, Soda is an 8-year-old Maine Coon cat, and his brother, Scotch, there he is, there he is. You done? Is that enough? Okay. We're done. Something got his attention for sure. Something got his attention. So, Soda, those cats were born inside. Okay. Okay, that makes sense, Tom. The feral cats stay outside and the inside cats stay inside. Yeah. This is the first time I've had inside cats. I keep them inside because since they're so big and so beautiful, they're Maine Coon cats, I worry people will steal them if we let them out or misconstrue them for some other scary animal. So they stay completely inside. I am amazed at people who can keep so many cats. Tom, do you just have multiple litter boxes or do you have a big, huge litter box? How do you manage all the litter boxes? The problem we have with our two cats is the litter boxes by and far aren't big enough for Maine Coon cats. They're made for, 14-pound cats, not 20-pound cats. No, he's done. He doesn't want to come back up and groom anymore. My nose is apparently groomed enough. See how red and shiny it is? My goodness. Cat tongue on your nose, it'll take the skin off. I don't need to do any exfoliation ever on my nose. It's just fine. It's just fine. Looks like there's 6 of you in here. We're just getting started. You got 2 in your front room and 2 in your bedroom. Okay. We have 2 cats and at least 3 litter boxes. And I hate litter gets tracked. Litter gets tracked everywhere. You're just working, Dusty? I did some interesting research on engagement and live streams today for my paper, and I found one called Building Viewer Engagement Through Interaction Rituals, and another one, well, let's see. Well, that's not good. Why did I turn that way? That's annoying. You sweep the floor about every day? I will be right back, y'all. Hold on. There, I'm back. Look at that. Sorry about that. Apparently, we're doing that twice today. Lord knows what that's about. I even lost all my comments. That's annoying as fuck. I didn't know that happened when you had to go out of the stream. That's annoying to see. Tom, how did you find me? I'm curious. Did I just pop up as an option on your feed? I see people running in and out, coming in and out. That is fine. We like to see it. It is another beautiful day here in Portland. It's supposed to be 78 degrees today, so I may go out on the patio for a little while, but we've got people come and rent our yard to let dogs run in it, and we've got a lot of that going on this evening since the yard is looking so beautiful, since the weather is looking so beautiful. Next week it's supposed to be dreary and cooler. So people, I think, are taking full advantage of the time limit. I was going to look for the papers I found, guys. Give me just a second. Hi, y'all. Let us sign in first. And then we can talk about these neat papers that we got for research. Let's see how many I found. Ooh, it looks like I found almost 20 papers. Hi, y'all. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Corner Joint. We're just getting started. I'm still figuring out what we're going to talk about today. Around here, we kind of chit-chat. It's the after work spot, but after work started early today, so we're having a lunchtime corner joint. Maybe I should rename the stream that, huh? Well, let me do that. No, let me see. Nope, I can't change it. It is what it. Oh, maybe I can change it. There we go. So, how many papers have I found? So I found an article that says delay time analysis of YouTube live streaming method. Another one that says never give up, never surrender, game live streaming, neoliberal work, and personalized media economies. Emotional amplification during live streaming. Evidence from comments during and after news events. Hey, Evie, how are you? It's good to see you. I don't think I've seen you for a while. Broadcasters' leadership traits and audiences' loyalty with the moderating role of self-construal and exploratory study. Happiness begets money, emotion and engagement in live streaming. Effects of parasocial affinity and gender on live streaming fans' motivation. The effective labor and performance of live streaming on Twitch TV. How are you doing, Evie? Did I ask you that? Digital gifting and personal brand communities of live streaming, fostering viewer-streamer, viewer-parasocial relationships. And here's a really simple one. What motivates audience comments on live streaming platforms? We should look at that one right now. Maybe this will turn into a study stream. Where is this available? What does this paper say? This study aims to discuss audiences' interaction and engagement with live streaming from a sociological perspective to investigate the different effects of information factors on audiences' real-time interaction. Based on the interaction ritual chains theory, a data crawler was written using Python to collect data on the Huajiao platform for 1,090 groups from 480 video game live rooms and 610 talent show live rooms. The results show that audience commenting was mostly affected by the number of viewers, the gender of streamers, the number of likes, the number of gifts, and the duration of the live stream. Group comparison found that the effect of the number of viewers was significantly stronger in video game streamer, while the number of likes had a negative effect in video game streaming and a strong positive effect in live talent shows. Interesting. Let's look at the conclusions and see what do we think here. Did I scroll by it? Genres. Complicated math. Complicated math. This study sought to investigate consumer engagement in live streaming viewed from sociological and participation perspectives. For this study's theoretical contribution, we focus on the interactive framework. This study provides insight into how interaction ritual information affects users' interaction. First, live streaming has not received sufficient attention in the academic realm. Only a few studies have explored the operation of live streaming systems. As far as we are aware, this is a pioneering study of the audience's real-time interactive conduct in live streaming in terms of social psychology and communication perspectives. More specifically, this paper explains the mechanism of the interaction of the streamer and the audience in a live streaming room in accordance with interaction ritual chains theory. Our explanation of real-time users' interaction in such an impromptu community incorporates communication theory into this new type of real-time social media platform. Secondly, our study illuminates the user's interaction mechanism in real-time interaction on social media. Some research has concentrated on exploring the impact factors of regular comments or reviews in traditional social media such as Twitter and Facebook. Several papers have focused on how features and characteristics of a post drive the number of comments it receives on some UGC forums from a semantic perspective. Recently, some studies, there's a lot of you in here for being so quiet. I know Dusty's working. Sunrise is driving. Evie, you must be working. Recently, some studies have verified the user's continuous intention of live streaming from the perspective of social identification. Based on this research, we sought to further examine users' interaction triggers on live streaming. Thus, we performed an experiment to analyze the characteristics that impact the number of real-time comments that a streamer receives in one live streaming room. Data from live streaming rooms were collected from one of the most famous live streaming platforms in China, Huajiao. The features of streamers, levels, streamers, gender, starting time, duration of live streaming, number of fans, audiences, likes, and gifts were verified in this study. The test findings suggest that female streamers have greater advantages than male streamers. Overlong show times will negatively affect the number of real-time comments, and the number of viewers, likes, and gifts could contribute to the number of real-time comments. Thus, this study constitutes a profound analysis of data on how users of the live streaming behave. Third, two major genres of live were compared and analyzed. First, the effect of those characteristics is examined in video games and talent show live streams. Most hypotheses received similar results to those of the full sample. Second, the two groups were compared based on subgroup coefficient test to show that male streamers have an advantage in game video streaming, females in talent show streaming. Guys, did you know talent shows were streamed? They're streaming talent shows? I've never heard of such a thing. Have you guys heard of such a thing? Streamed talent shows on Twitch? This finding implies that different genres of live streaming have different patterns of user behavior that may impact audience interaction styles, suggesting that platforms can implement different and customized strategies in certain streaming types. This study suggests implications of the new types of social. You've never Twitched, Wolf? How you doing, Wolf Machine? It's good to see you. I always like it when you come by. This study suggests implications of the new types of social media platforms from the perspective of marketing communication, especially regarding how online social media communities can gain more user-to-user interaction. First, this study extends our understanding of the emerging media. I am doing pretty well. I thought I was going to have to work today. I drove all the way to pick up my client, and she needed to cancel today. So we rescheduled to Friday. That's totally fine. But that means I have today off. So I told my professor I can't make it down to class today. I can't make it to campus. I'm going to try to Zoom into class, but we'll see if I get a response to that email. I haven't yet. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, there's so many technical problems. I keep kicking myself in and out today. And I need to get a lozenge. I need to get a lozenge. And I need to check my texts. Nothing much. So I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, my professor, you get 2 absences. You get 2 free absences, and we are in week 7. This is the second class meeting, so we've got 8, 9, 10. We've got 6 more class meetings after this one, and this is the first one I've missed. So I think I'll be fine. I just needed to take, and she's totally okay with me zooming in. The problem is that the student that I emailed to see if they would zoom me in has not replied. So I don't know if they've got the email, unfortunately. So live streaming platforms combine various media types and different participants. Given their rapid development and competition, the operators of live streaming platforms should understand the inner mechanism of users' participating characteristics. I can't tell you how many times I've done something like that, Miss Sunrise Dawn. They're easy to forget. They're easy to forget. I am trying my damnedest to get better. The weather is fab. I'm probably going to go out to the yard. I should have gone out and just streamed from the yard. Maybe I can do that. Maybe I can just put you guys on mute for a minute and take you outside. Sure is nice out. Got everything plugged in at the moment though, so it's a glorious day. It's a beautifully glorious day. Have you seen the upcoming forecast, Wolf Machine? It is not looking good for the next little while. It's supposed to be 81 degrees today, but then only 71 tomorrow, 67 on Friday. Partly clouds, and cooler in the 60s through next Friday. So we are just not getting the warm weather. It is not happening. You like to fish, Wolf Machine? That is a good fishing forecast, isn't it? There's not a lot of rain, just cold. Today is the last warm day for about 10 days, which is unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Second, live streaming platform operators should consider the features that impact users' participating behavior effectively. UGCs, what is a UGC? Are usually considered indicators of consumer activities that can be used to predict users' interaction. However, treating these interactions as homogeneous does not take the observed behavioral differences into account. Also, I'll cross fingers for you, Wolf. What do you like to fish for? You do freshwater or saltwater? Wolf Machine says after the sun, some snow melted and raised the river levels a bit. The little bit of rain should get them biting again. I hope so. I hope so. Okay, that's that paper. Signs of your wisdom covered. The hairdresser read. Sunrise was driving salmon and steelhead mostly. My dad does halibut, lingcod, sea bass. You puke on the ocean, but you go out occasionally with a patch. Isn't scopolamine wonderful? Sunrise is in teacher conferences. I'm not sure if she's listening to us while she's in teacher conferences. Good, Red. Good, Red. But why cover it? I'm kind of liking my gray hairs as they're coming in. You can't see them much. There's some. No, that's the other side of my head. There's a few in there that you can see. It is really hot and sucky here today. I'm sorry, Dusty. That is unpleasant. It's supposed to be 81 degrees here today, and I'm sitting here with a hoodie on and a heater blowing on me because it was like, how cold was it last night? It was 50 degrees this morning. Dusty's in Clearwater, Red. Still here for a minute, waiting at the lights turn back into the school parking lot? Okay. I am sure that your little one is doing great in school, but I can't wait to hear the report. Windy here along the river, so it's chilly despite the sun shining. Yeah, it is. It is. My client wants to go to the beach this summer, and I am trying to figure out how to find a day where it will be nice to go to the beach in Cannon Beach or Astoria or wherever we decide out on the coast to go to the beach. But it's often so much colder on the coast. Don't you hate it when you're in a hurry and you find, oh, Red, now I understand. Texas is hot too. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I can't bring my client to Clearwater. That's a little over the miles. It's a little far. She would love it. I don't know if she's been out of Oregon much. She would love coming to Clearwater. It would be amazing. I've heard that. The first week of August. Okay. I'll keep that in mind, Wolf. I know, Dusty. I'm no fun at all. I would love to come. Let me get monetized and then we'll see over the summer. Love you, Sunrise Dawn. Let us know how it went. The Oregon coast is beautiful. And once it's actually summertime, the Oregon coast is beautiful. And Dusty knows that because Dusty's been up here. Take him to the mill. Exactly. Kite festivals are always fun. Yeah. They have a sandcastle festival, don't they? Maybe I should take her for the the sand castles. Don't they have sand castle festivals somewhere along the Oregon coast? They must. Cannon Beach Sandcastle Contest, June 15th. Lincoln City. '60th Sandcastle Contest in Cannon Beach. Seaside Sand Fest. Cannon Beach would be easiest. June 15th, that's coming up in a hurry. Wow, check that out, y'all. Aren't those lovely? I am not good at sandcastles. It is not my thing. You have a do you have sandcastle? Do you have a sandcastle contest in Clearwater? Interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's get back to the paper. What drives gift giving intention in live streaming? The perspectives of emotional attachment and flow experience. Oh, the Scientology Sandcastle building. Is it called the Sandcastle? Gift giving is popular in live streaming, and many users irrationally send virtual gifts to their favorite live streamers. Irrationally. Based on the attachment and flow theories, we applied the stimulus organism response model. I love the idea, like chalk art, Wolf Machine, but sandcastles are better. I like them. We applied the stimulus organism response model to explore the influence of live streamer characteristics, trustworthiness, expertise, attractiveness, and live scene characteristics, telepresence, instant feedback, interactivity, entertainment, on users' gift giving intention through emotional attachment and flow experience. 403 valid responses to a survey questionnaire were analyzed. Findings of the research results indicate three aspects. First, live streamer characteristics, trustworthiness, and attractiveness can stimulate users' emotional attachment to a live streamer, thus promoting users' gift giving intention. Second, live scene characteristics, telepresence, and entertainment can stimulate users' flow experience in live streaming. Third, users' flow experience influences their emotional attachment to a live streamer. Interesting. So, what's the conclusion say, guys? What's the conclusion? Lots of conclusions. Results. Results, results, results. Oh, we have two columns. That's why I'm missing stuff. Hypothesis testing, conclusion. That's my question, Wolf. I wondered that. I need to look more into the paper. The present study examined the effect of live streamer characteristics and live scene characteristics on emotional attachment and flow experience. Yeah, I don't know how they're defining flow experience. And the subsequent effect of users' gift giving intention in live streaming. After empirical tests, 6 of 10 hypotheses were supported. Emotional attachment, surprisingly, emotional attachment had an effect on gift giving. What do you think, y'all? These are not really related to greetings, though. I don't see anything related just to greetings on YouTube. Wolf, were you here last night? Did you hear me talking about what I think I want to make my paper on? I have to do a paper on greetings, and we have several options for this paper. Talking it through again and being very boring. I already talked this through last night. Let me wait a second. Let me get back to that. What the paper has to be about. Oh, you missed? Okay. So the paper, for this assignment, you have a choice of 2 different methods of data collection and analysis: conversational analysis or ethnographic interactional sociolinguistics. So I'm picking the ethnographic option. The ethnographic option says, observe at least 5 greeting exchanges between 2 people within your own social or family circle. Produce a transcript that includes the words being said, indicating any gaps or overlaps, as well as any gestures, touching, or eye gazes related to the greeting. Analyze these exchanges from an ethnographic participant observation perspective. If you would prefer, you may also use a reality television show of your choice, where the presumption is that it's unscripted. If you choose to analyze greetings from a reality show, you must choose option 2, the ethnographic approach, which I already said, and you must analyze 6 greeting exchanges. This should be a show you are familiar with already, so that you are well equipped to discuss the various contextual aspects needed in an ethnographic analysis. Be sure to provide enough context for the reader to understand, just as you would for describing greetings within your own social network. So it occurred to me that I could do, like, live streaming. Reality TV is live streaming. So this is my reality TV. I could take 6 greeting exchanges, and theoretically, if the teacher allows, I could use somebody's roll call as from where I get the greeting exchanges. So I would have viewers greeting other viewers, and I would have viewers greeting the live streamer, and I would have the live streamer greeting viewers back. So there would be 3 different categories. So that's what I am thinking of doing my paper on. Otherwise, I'm going to figure out how to get an interaction from my social group in the next little while, which, you know, I don't have a social group that I can wrestle together just to watch them make greetings to each other. I am not a 22-year-old college student, and I don't have a whole bunch of children in the house anymore. So I am looking at these papers to try and figure out what research, because I don't need to cite anything for this paper. But what I do have to do is, for my final paper, I need to expand upon and insert research, insert a literature review into the paper I wrote. Ooh, they were greeting each other. Interesting, Wolf. Is there somebody that you can think of who was at Pearl Fest who is smaller? Yes, it would be interesting to see it's different in the UK versus the US. No, fewer than Lara. I was thinking of somebody the size of Marilyn. A Pearl Fest stream is a great idea. It doesn't matter how big they are, because I could just do the greetings. That might be easier. I've got a live stream with my professor on Friday. Um, not a live stream with my professor, a Zoom with my professor on Friday. Let me see. Let me see. If I can open this in a PDF reader. See, all red. The Clearwater meetup one has some smaller accounts. Okay, Wolf, I can just do a little search on Pearl Fest and it will give me that. Wisdom stealthing activated. Exactly. Okay, what are we looking for? Flow. They do not. This study examines the influence of the prime characteristics of live streaming on users' gift giving intention in live streaming through the perspectives of emotional attachment and flow experience. Aha, here we are. Found it, Wolf. Flow theory. Flow refers to the holistic sensation present when we act with total involvement. The feeling is fun and enjoyable. Hoffman and Novak initially extended the flow theory in the online environment. Hoffman and Novak argued that online flow can be experienced when one is completely immersed in an online activity. According to previous research, there are many elements of the flow experience, including centering of attention, loss of ego, high level of control, high level of challenge, enjoyment, clear feedback. Flow theory has been widely used in the research of virtual world. Kafaris built a flow model and selected perceived control, enjoyment, and concentration to explore online consumers' unplanned purchases and intention to return. Wu and Chang measured flow with enjoyment and time distortion and examined how flow affects transaction intentions in online travel communities. It is interesting. I don't know if it's applicable right now, but it is interesting. Therefore, we apply the flow theory to explore users' gift giving intention in live streaming. Flow experience in this study refers to the experience when users are involved in live streaming. We propose that flow experience is the intermediate state in the process that live stream characteristics stimulate users' gift giving intention. So here's their little model. I'm doing a stream with Fluffer tomorrow, Dusty. You like the glasses? Aren't they great? There's the model. I don't know if you can read that. Come on, focus. Focus. Come on, focus. So it says live streamer characteristics of trustworthiness, expertise, and attractiveness affect emotional attachment. And the live scene characteristics of telepresence, instant feedback, interactivity, and entertainment impact the flow experience. And the flow experience affects the emotional attachment, and the flow experience also of the flow experience and the emotional attachment relate to the gift giving intention. So there it is, right there, like that. Looks like instructions to build a trailer. Probably. Probably. Child texting me. Flow experience is positively related to gift-giving intention. This is not really what I need to read about right now. Let's see if we can find another one. Okay. Impacts of different interactions on viewers' sense of virtual community. Okay, back to impacts of different interactions on viewers' sense of virtual community. Let's see what this one has to say. I should have called this a study stream. Here's the abstract. With the rapid development of the internet and the widespread adoption of mobile devices, live streaming has become a new social medium in the last few years. Hence, the continuous usage of live streaming platforms has become an important issue. Based on social exchange theory, this study investigates how different kinds of interactions affect viewers' sense of virtual community. Sense of virtual community, SOVC, and in turn facilitate their continuous watching intention. Empirical results reveal that both viewer-broadcaster interaction and viewer-viewer interaction positively affect viewers' sense of virtual community, which further enhances their stickiness. Further, viewer platform interaction positively moderates the effects of interactions between users and broadcasters on their sense of virtual community. Interesting. So, this is a good one. Don't you think, guys? I think this is a good one. Does sort of look like instructions to build a trailer, sort of. I mean, Dusty. Oh my goodness, guys. I am doing a stream. This seems applicable. Yes, it does seem applicable. The next one is predictors of parasocial interaction and relationships in live streaming. The purpose of the current article is to explore parasocial phenomenon in the unique and interactive context of live streaming. Specifically, the predictors of parasocial interactions and parasocial relationships were compared. In the past, the term parasocial interaction and parasocial relationship have been used interchangeably, even though they are distinct constructs, which has confused researchers' understanding of these phenomena. The current study aims to begin to disentangle our understanding of these two constructs by studying the predictors for each construct separately. An online survey was utilized to collect data on PSRs, PSIs, and various parasocial predictors that fell into three categories: streamer characteristics, viewer characteristics, and behavioral relationship characteristics. Results indicate that streamer characteristics were the most important predictors of both parasocial interactions and parasocial relationships in the live streaming context, although characteristics of the viewer and relationship were also influential. These findings indicate that message sources can modify their content to encourage parasocial phenomena in their audience. This is encouraging as research suggests that parasocial phenomena lead to many positive repercussions for the media and so are generally considered a goal of media personae. Let's see. This is a good introduction. Live streaming is the act of broadcasting video in real time over the internet and is a new genre that encompasses both interpersonal and mass media interactions. While the technology has been available for quite a while, it has only been a few years since live streaming has become a popular activity, especially among gamers. This form of media is in between mass media and interpersonal media, which is referred to as mass personal. The streamer is broadcasting to a general unknown audience similar to mass media such as legacy television, which means that streams have a performative element. At the same time, a streamer is also able to have one-on-one interactions with the people who are typing live comments, which can be considered interpersonal. Yet, even if the streamer is aware of the person they are interacting with, the medium is very asymmetrical in that the streamer knows very little about his or her viewers, while the viewers have access to a great deal of information about the streamer. Thus, the nature of the interaction that occurs on live streaming platforms puts it squarely in the domain of a hybrid type of medium. Evidence suggests that viewers can develop feelings of closeness with the streamer that are parasocial in nature, with parasocial being defined as a situation in which a media audience member has a conflated sense of closeness with a media figure because of either a perceived relationship with the media figure or a perceived interaction with the media figure. Research has often explored what leads to parasocial phenomena. However, much of this research has led to contrasting results due to inconsistent measurement and definition of various constructs. Thus, the article aims to thoroughly explore parasocial predictors in the mass personal asymmetrical context of live streaming. Skipping, literature review, skipping literature review. Oh my goodness, there's so much to read in this. Okay, let's look at the conclusions. That's the methods. That's the measures. To test the predictors of parasocial interaction, a linear regression explaining the EPSI scale was conducted. Gender, age, loneliness, extroversion, length of the relationship, frequency of watching, average hours spent watching per session, average hours spent watching per week, interpersonal attractiveness of the streamer, physical attractiveness of the streamer, and direct interaction were entered as predictors. Yeah, it's another interesting piece, Wolf Machine, that I've got a foot in each community. I'm a moderator, I'm a streamer, and I'm a protester. And so it's really interesting to see things from all three different I think there's parasocialness going on, but I think there's real friendships being created as well, which is really interesting. But we're focusing only on greetings here. So I have a paper of hers that did something on greetings that I can look at. I can meet with her Friday morning. That'll be good. Results indicated that direct interaction and hours spent watching were positive related to parasocial interaction, and loneliness was negatively related to parasocial interaction. All other predictors were non-significant. Based on this analysis, hey Dawn, how are you doing? Based on this analysis, direct interaction was more important than time spent per viewing per week. To test, so for parasocial interaction, the most direct interaction was more important than time spent viewing per week. Direct interaction is the thing that grows parasocial relationships, interactions. Of course, to test the predictors of parasocial relationships, blah, 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 blah. Based on this analysis, interpersonal attractiveness was stronger than direct interaction, loneliness, extroversion, or length of streamer acquaintance when explaining parasocial relationship. That's great, Dawn. I'm so happy it went well. I'm so happy it went well. I didn't expect anything different, but I'm so happy it went well. So, interpersonal attractiveness. What the hell are they thinking interpersonal attractiveness is? Interpersonal attractiveness. Okay. What is interpersonal attractiveness? Yo, Fluffer! Oh my goodness gracious, it's so good to see you. I have missed you. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. I just can't wait to see you tomorrow. We are looking for Were you live? I totally missed it, Fluffer. I wouldn't have gone live when you were live. If I'd realized you were live, I would have watched you instead. I am so sorry. How did the artwork go? Live on Tilty Bird's channel. Okay. Good. I'm really glad. Interpersonal attractiveness. I don't know what they're defining interpersonal attractiveness is as. And my brain is starting to get foggy, overwhelmed with things. So let's chat, y'all. It's hard to chat when y'all are supposed to be working. Go back to the predictors of parasocial relationship. Okay, overall results indicate that, so Fluffer, I've got a paper I've got to write, and I'm supposed to write it on greetings, and I have to collect the data. And so to collect the data, I'm supposed to collect it from family members or members of my social group doing greetings to each other. I'm supposed to transcribe them and talk about the situation and gestures and anything else that happens during the greetings, and I have to collect a certain number. But if I want to do something different than that, I can do a reality show. But I have to know the reality show. And the only reality show I know is SPTV. So I was trying to figure out how to talk to my professor about doing the paper on greetings in live streams. Because people come in, you say hello to me, and then I say hello to you, but often everybody else in the live is saying hello to everybody else. And so there's all this greeting going on when somebody new shows up on the channel. There's greetings going on in the live. Aww. That's so sweet, Dawn. Some people have signature greetings. Tell me more about that, Fluffer. I'm so glad you've got your daddy, Dawn. It's a wonderful thing. And it's a wonderful thing for a little girl to have a grandfather. And I'm going to get all teary-eyed if I keep talking, so I'm just going to stop now. Signature greetings that they paste in, like sunrise dawns. Yeah, but sunrise, you come in and you don't say hi from North Georgia, hi Fluffer. Like you'll say hey all. Exactly. Exactly. Now I get what you mean. I've tried to make a signature greeting. I haven't gotten that yet. Signature greetings is a good point. And people use emojis too. Exactly. Exactly. So they're using emojis in place of the physical greeting, right? Really interesting. Okay, I think I can write this paper. I think I can write it based, even though there's sort of two different greetings going on. You're thinking Pearl or Serge in which chat? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Yes, he does. Laura. Somebody else mentioned Laura's, that I should do Laura's stream of Pearl Fest. That sounds like a good one to do. I don't know, I'm getting lots of ideas, and I only need I know MLH just puts eyes. He's so cute. He's so cute. I haven't seen him for a while. He hasn't been around. Oh, interesting. Right. Who uses you like those? Right. And I tend to use different ones. I will use um I use this one. So, Fluffer, my question is, do we use certain emojis because those are the ones that show up in the emoji list and it's too hard to go through and pick out all the emojis all the time? Or do we use certain emojis because those are just the ones we like? My vape is about to die, y'all. It's blinking at me that it's almost empty. Look at the duckies and the whale dolphins. Look at the duckies going to Big Blue. Okay, Wolf Machine. I will look at those videos. I will look at those videos. Figure out what I'm going to do. It's got to count as reality TV, doesn't it, guys? It's got to. Duckies. Oh, duckies going into Scientos buses. Got it. The dolphins are the buses. Is Sciento a whale because Big Blue? I know why dolphins are the buses. Are they called dolphins, the buses, actually? Actual reality TV. Exactly, Fluffer. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. So it's got to actually count. Big Blue Barbecue. Mm-hmm. You know, it might be easy since it's Pearl Fest. It might be easier just to do the greetings between the content creators. I did get your message, pup. I just didn't get it until this morning. Thank you. Thank you. I will get it sent off. But I didn't get it until this morning and Natalie was already live. So, hey, Fluffer, Wolf, have you guys seen the amazing new Oh, okay, good. Jen, somehow that amazing flyer got deleted out of my email. Let me see if I can find it in my deleted items folder. I don't know how I would have deleted it. Trash. It's not in the trash. Why isn't it in the trash? Jen, I want my... Oh, I know where I've got it. I know where I've got it. I've got it, I've got it, I've got it. I found it, I found it. Check out the new poster Jen made, the new flyer. What do you guys think? Isn't that amazing? We need to send it to Cop Greetings. There you go, Wolf. I could include one of those. So that and right, Fluffer. And then she also made this one. She made an e-meter. So, Fluffer, if I send you this flyer, would you be willing to also send it to Natalie? We're all going to send it to Natalie. Because Natalie needs to tell people that these flyers are around. Isn't it great, Wolf? I'm so pleased with it. I'm so pleased with it. Are you already done, Red? No, you're in the chair. You sent it to Fluffer? Good, okay. That's great, pup. Thank you. I didn't expect short hair, Red, because your picture has long hair. It looks great, though. You need to tackle your inbox again. So I asked Jen last night if she had sent that flyer off to Natalie, and Jen insists that Natalie has no idea who she is. So we need to show this, we need to make sure this flyer gets in Natalie's face and that she is familiar with it. Ah, you're processing. Okay. Okay. So your hair's all back. Nice. Nice. So we will forward this off. It's long. You've got color in it. Okay. It just looks short in that picture. Probably because, like mine looks short, because it's all pulled back and behind you. Got it. I was like, that looks like Nora's hairstyle. Right, Fluffer? I even noticed that there is a new link at the top of the SPD TV page that says free flyers and sends you right to Pup Groomer's Dropbox. I hope you know that, Pup Groomer. Got the flyer, Red? The flyer is in your messenger as of this morning. She must have heard her name. I know, I tell everyone about Pup Groomer too. We will find out. That flyer needs to be on Natalie's show, so we need to make that happen. I'm sure between the few of us that we have here in the corner joint today that we can make that happen. Hey y'all, speaking of Nora, I think Nora was due to go live right about now. I love that picture of you, Red. It's a really great picture. I think Nora was scheduled to go live right about now, y'all. But maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, not until 2. Okay. That's cool. So we're going to say our first Minnesota goodbye now. Gives it about 20 minutes. That's about 4 minutes per goodbye. That's a little less than normal. But you guys know we say the Minnesota goodbye. You made some business cards for the site. Jen, you're amazing. You are just amazing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She is incredible. Picking up the kiddo and Jasper now, heading back home, sunrise dawn. That sounds nice. My kiddo was texting me earlier asking me if they could go. Will I pull them up? Did you send them to me? You want me to pull up the business cards, Jen? I don't see them. Resend them, and I'm happy to pull it up. See, I lost the email. I lost the email that had the other flyer, but I still have the other flyer in my photos. So I don't need you to send me the degraded beings folder but flyer, but I need the card one. I'm getting text to my other phone. Not anything I need to manage. Okay, Jen, thank you. Sorry. I might have had fat fingers and given a delete. So it says that direct engagement increases viewer flow and viewer engagement. I think that's really interesting, and I think it's interesting from the perspective of all the different people who are still doing edited videos and how much more engagement that, for example, Reese, or for a bigger example, Emily D. Baker, has so much more engagement on their channels, I believe, because of the direct interaction. So I'm going to have to print these papers off and read them and highlight all over them and see what I can find to make my argument. There's your email, Jen. So it is a full page of these cards. So I'll show you. See, it's a full page of the cards, but let me blow up the cards so you can see it. It says Scientology is a cult, child and elder abuse, human trafficking, credit card and bank fraud, visa fraud, and more. Visit sptv.space to learn more. If you need help leaving Scientology or to support those leaving, visit sptv.org. Beautiful. What do you think, Fluffer? Come on, focus properly. Very nice. Very, very nice. I love these. Easy to give and hide. Exactly. Exactly. The cards are great. The cards are great. Lovely, Red. Thank you. 10 to a page. Exactly, Jen. 10 to a page. Somewhere around here, I've got some business card paper that I can just print them out on. Do you just print on cardstock and cut them yourself, Jen? You cut them with a paper cutter, or what do you use to cut them with? I am curious. I am curious. Second Minnesota goodbye, y'all. I think we'll go to 4 today. You cut them yourself. Okay. That makes sense because it's easier to do on cardstock. I don't have a big enough paper cutter to cut all of them. The cat is, there are cut lines of, okay, there are cut lines on there. Great. That makes it a little easier. That makes it a little easier. Stick them in Starbucks on the, put flyers on the Starbucks community boards. That would be a great thing to do. You have a paper cutter? Good. I used to have one and I think I got rid of it. I'm not sure where it is. And it doesn't work well. It's very frustrating. It gives wavy lines. And it's hard to use, and I can only use about 6 pieces of paper at a time on it. So it doesn't, 6 pieces tops, closer to 4. So at that point, I may as well cut them out by hand with a scissor. Although it is easier to get a nice straight line with a paper cutter. That is true. That is true. I don't know what else to talk about, guys. Does that mean we progress to the third Minnesota goodbye? We are getting so close I can taste it, guys. A little over 300 watch hours to go. About 350. It's gonna be a thing. I'm gonna get monetized in my first 6 months on YouTube. I am coming up. Did you guys realize that the first of the month was my 3-month anniversary doing this? I don't think you do, Red. I think you can just access it. But I have a Dropbox at myself. I don't think you do. But I'm already signed in. Alexa, what are my notifications?
One new notification from Amazon shopping. There's a low price offer for
Alexa, shut up. Poor Amazon bot wants to tell me again about a low price offer on my wish list. Yeah, 3 months. 3 months I've been doing this, guys. I started going out more than 3 months now, almost 4. I did my first actual video. It does fly. On January 31st. That was the first time I went down to Scientology, January 31st. They pulled the shades the very first day. 31st of January. And I forgot to celebrate my 3-month thing with you guys. So we're going to get Scotch invited to, you're going to get introduced to Scotch. Are there any more, as we're closing, are there any more fun things you'd like to do when we finally get to the monetization other than meet Scotch? Since he hasn't introduced himself, he's the only one that hasn't. Speaking of ones, Orion! Orion! Orion. Oh, there you are. Okay. You're over there. Blind Tech is so much fun to watch. They were so, I still can't get over it last week, you guys, when I went down. They were lightning fast on Friday. Just fastest I've ever seen it. I need to go back and clip it. It was unreal. So fast. So very fast. They were pulling those shades within 30 seconds of me rolling up. I could not believe it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It always makes me giggle. I'm like, what is it about some old lady in a wheelchair and a camera that freaks you the fuck out so much, man? I'm going to go live stream at some other churches this summer. You want a hair down? You want, oh, okay, I can do that. I can do that if you guys want. Wear my hair down for once. That doesn't happen very often. Okay, we'll do the hair down. That's a great idea, Red. I like that. That's a great idea. At this rate, it's going to be 10 to 12 days. It'll be 2 weeks. It'll be 2 weeks. It'll be the end of the month before it happens. Because according to YouTube, YouTube monetization thinks I'm about. So if I look at my watch time, yeah, I think they see me too. If I look at my watch time over the last 365 days, it says 2,682 hours. But if I look at my monetization watch time, it's only taking time since the 15th. So it shows 2550. So 2550 is 130 hours less. So that's good to know. I'm doing about 100 hours every 5 days. That sounds about right. Um we'll see. We'll see how long it takes. It might be into June, it might be 4 weeks. It might be 4 weeks, but hopefully in 2 weeks. Cross fingers. See what we can do. Okay. Did I say third Minnesota goodbye already? I think I need to look at this research on the big screen rather than on the little screen. And start looking at Yeah, YouTube math, exactly. So YouTube math is about 5 days behind the YouTube math. Um, and it would be great to get it sooner, but to do that, I'll have to live stream more. And with all the assignments I've got due over the next 4 weeks, I worry about live streaming that much more. So, we shall see. We shall see how it turns out. Sorry, guys, I have these little moments where the thoughts just leave my brain and I have to pause for a moment. It's 2 weeks. 2 weeks would be nice. I think it's I think it's I think it's ambitious, but boy would it be nice. Although if it happens after finals, I will be much more relaxed. So I would be okay with that too. I would be okay with 4 weeks. That wouldn't be the end of the world. It seems like a really long time, but thank you, Red. Um, most people don't get 1,000. Most people don't get 100 subscribers. So I'm really excited to have as many subscribers as I do. I'm really excited to have all of you here. I know I say that every time, but I really do appreciate all of you. Okay, guys. My vape is dying. We are in the middle of week 8. No, week 7. So I have weeks 8, 9, and 10. And then finals are the week after. So it's a total of 4 weeks until finals are done. Um, I am probably done halfway through the 4th week. So it would be more like 3.5. Yeah, 3.5 or 4. Oh, Red, thank you. Really thankful for you saying that. I I've wanted to have a YouTube channel for years, y'all. I've had this secret desire to have a YouTube channel for years and years and years, and I could never figure out what content to do. Editing is my worst skill. I suck at editing. And um so putting up videos, I couldn't figure out how to do YouTube. I had no idea how to do YouTube, what to start, how to do it, what to talk about. I had nothing. Nothing, nothing. And now y'all are like, we want study streams. Now, we can do some chapter reading this weekend. I've got some chapters to read, I'm sure. Maybe we'll read a chapter. We won't read a chapter tomorrow because. Oh, thank you, Red. I feel like I never really have anything to talk about. I never really have anything to say. There's long stretches of dead air, but it's a work in progress. I do have things to talk about when there's big things to talk about. You're still here, Dusty? That's so sweet of you. I really appreciate it. What really inspired me to finally do this wasn't really Scientology, it was more Reese and the connection that I saw happening on her channel and then on Tommy's channel. Um, it is real life. It is real life. I don't know what to talk about today, guys. I got nothing. There's dead air. I don't have a plan. Natalie comes on and she's got everything all scripted out. She does an amazing job. And Marilyn even has some ideas of what she wants to talk about. So it feels strange to come on without a discussion topic, but unless you guys have something. Evil Blue Eye, you have a lot to say, but you feel like you're non-verbal. Once you start talking, you stutter and people make fun of you. You don't know how to navigate all of that. I am really sorry, Evil Blue Eye. That must be really hard. I wouldn't know how to navigate that either. It's nice to meet you. You want to start a channel? Well, the best I can say is the best advice I can give is just to start. And I know that's really hard. Um, Hi. Evil Blue Eye says hi. Smiley face. It's nice to meet you. Are you new here? I haven't seen you before. Ooh, that's a really excellent idea, Red. Blue, she says that you can record with the camera not on you at first. And some channels only have that. So that's a really great do. You, Wolf Machine says, I could never have done what you do, stream and protesting while in school. You're awesome for doing so well at it. Thank you, Wolf. One of my psychiatric team was a little concerned that this would be a distraction. But my therapist, good, Evil Blue Eye. I'm glad that's a good idea. And I think Red has a great idea here. The stuttering could be part of the why for starting it. Yes, and work, Wolf Machine, and work, exactly. And work. Luckily, I only have to work about 12 hours a week. If it was more than that, I would have a hard time. Anyhow, so one of the people on my psychiatric team is really concerned about me doing the channel and school. He's concerned that it'll pull away from school and that it'll impact my school. And I told him that let's wait to see how my grades are. And my grades are just fine, apparently. Who would have known? that my grades are just fine. Certainly not me. I wouldn't have predicted that my grades are just fine. Speaking of evil blue eye and wanting a channel, Red, can you drop evil blue eye's channel into the comments so we can all go subscribe? Because one of the things that's really important and that really helped me when I started a channel, I hope that was a good stomach, evil blue eye. Yeah, some people make unnecessary assumptions thinking they're looking out for you, but sometimes we know ourselves better than the professionals. Exactly. And I told my therapist that my psych was really concerned about it. And she said, "Good, evil blue eye. If Red can't do it, she might not be able to do it right now, but I can go do it. Give me a second. This is important because I got a big help. I got a big help getting my channel started. And you've got a subscriber, evil blue eye. Tell me, how did you find me? Where did you come from? We like to know. Susan, how are you? You're part of the SPTV community. Well, evil blue eye, if you're part of the SPTV community, then you should be able to get lots of help starting a channel. It's really good to see you, Susan. How long have you been here? So, you guys, I'm coming up on is it the third or the fourth Minnesota goodbye? And people are starting to arrive. It always happens that way. I think there is some special thing because it happens around the 2 hour mark that people start showing up. One of them told you to sub to me. I appreciate people sending you my way. It's a pleasure to meet you. Okay. That's okay, Susan. We've just been hanging out. You've been subbed about a month? Well, thank you for your sub. And while I'm thinking about it, please hit the like button and subscribe if you aren't already. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's just that the watch hours are my main push right now. The subscribers will come. Evil Blue, do you know Pup? Now you do. Home, home, sunrise, dawn. Subscribe. Exactly, Dusty. Exactly. Subscribe, please. Dawn has been in and out today. You've seen Pup in the chats? Pup is amazing. Thank you, Dusty. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I am subscribed to you as well. Nice, Pup Groomer. I haven't seen Evil Blue Eye around. Who do you usually watch? I don't want to call you evil, so I'm going to go with Blue Eye. Unless you'd like me to call you Evil Blue. Evil Blue Eye? Let's see, I might be able to do Evil Blue Eye. I usually shorten it down to one word because so sunrise is alternatively sunrise or dawn, interchangeably. All are valid? Okay, good. That's good. Thank you. Thank you. Reminds me again of people being upset because Nora's using an alias. For fucking sake. It's always so busy in the other chats. So nice to finally get a chance to chat for a sec. Exactly, Jen. That's one of the nice things about smaller channels, isn't it? As much as I'd like to get bigger, it is a problem in the larger chats, isn't it? Things just aren't seen as much. Usually, what? Streets and Jess and Natalie. Okay. Okay. I watch Natalie, but I usually watch Natalie on replay. And I don't watch Streets and Jess regularly or Pearl. Trolls are bad. We don't like trolls. We don't have any trolls. So Pup is amazing. Speaking of which, Pup, I've got to send you this email while I'm thinking about it, or it won't happen right now. Hold on. I like playing with trolls too. A good troll doesn't. Okay, this is very. That email, Jen, is. I hope it's enough information. I drove by a groomer today or yesterday, and I'm thinking about going in and seeing about whether to take Orion to them because I don't want to pay $300 again for grooming. So I was hoping that you might have some ideas of what I can ask the groomer to find out if they're any good. You're not sure you could keep up with the big chat? You're a small channel? Okay, thank you, Jen. That's fine. There's no rush. I won't get to it for a couple of weeks. Sunrise is amazing, Blue Eye. Sunrise is amazing. Susan, I am sure that you would do fine. Although I think Aaron's chat is probably a little intimidating for anyone. It's a lot. It's a lot. But then Aaron is a lot. A lot, a lot. Can keep up with some of the bigger ones, but ones like the size of Aaron's. Well, that's why, I mean, when I talked to I'm thinking about how many moderators do you need for how many people are subscribed to you. So keeping in mind that they all can't be there all the time. So it's sounding like one moderator for every 200 people when you're smaller. Yes, the mod to viewer ratio. Exactly, Wolf Machine. Exactly. And I think you need to keep the mod to viewer ratio reasonably high to make the chat. I mean, the higher the mod to viewer ratio, the more convivial and welcoming, in my opinion, your chat's going to be. Cults and crims were funny. You don't think you've ever had more than a dozen people in your chat during a live and you have no mods? Jen, I wouldn't worry so much about mods if I was just live streaming from home. It's really helpful when you're out protesting to have a mod, because then you just don't have to worry about the chat. Somebody is going to handle things, because I find when I'm out protesting that I've got to pay attention to the chat. I've got to pay attention to who's coming in and out of the building, and I got to pay attention to everyone around me. So it's hard to have attention units also to pay to the chat. And also, I live stream through StreamYard. So since I only have my phone and I'm live streaming through StreamYard, there's a lot of mod abilities that I don't have. So that's the biggest reason I got mods, was for live streaming when I'm protesting, for safety reasons. But it is nice to have mods in your chat because they do help the engagement. It makes a difference. It's the same people in your chat all the time. It really is. Blue Eye says, I like the bigger ones because no one noticed me, but I do too much deep diving to keep to yourself, so I'm bursting out of your shell. Well, I'm glad you decided to do that here, Blue Eye. That's really sweet and exciting. And I can't wait to see what you create. I'm so happy for you. And Pup Groomer says, great to have you. Red is still here, Sunrise Dawn, but she's at the hairdresser's, so she may be in and out. I know, it's really slow in Vegas. Just keep it in mind as an option. It it's nice to know that somebody is absolutely there and will take care of it. It is easier to come out of your shell in the smaller chats, Miss Sunrise Dawn. I would agree with that. It's much easier. Oh, Blue Eye, I am touched deeply that you can see that and that's coming through. That means a lot to me. Thank you. The excessive amount of mods in Danny's chat can feel overwhelming. Interesting, Wolf Machine. Tell me more. I can imagine that too many mods would end up feeling like it's just a mod chat. Okay, Jen. Thanks for coming and chatting with us. Back to work. Gotta get these dogs done, but still listening. Danny does have a lot of mods. It feels like a gang or something. Blue Eye agrees. Interesting. How many mods does Danny have, y'all? He's let me look. How big is Danny's channel? What's Danny's channel called? Guys, what's Danny's channel? Who you asking, Dusty? Who are you asking to be a mod, Dusty? Danny's Impact. Thank you. 6,000 subscribers. They have like a smaller family chat. Interesting. So he's 6 times as big as me. There's got to be an algorithm because 30 mods would be too many. So there's got to be an algorithm that decreases that at a ratio. Interesting. I'll have to go check it out and see what it looks like in a chat with more moderators. Very interesting. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Sunrise Dawn. Absolutely. You guys, Nancy Drew is trying to raise funds for her legal defense. I can see where I can imagine that it could be uncomfortable somewhat. Danny mods are all streamers. See, I think the problem of having too many mods is then it can feel in the chat like you're overtaken by wrenches, right? And I'm always going to pay more attention to the wrenches in the chat because they come up with a different prison chat. Yes, because so many wrenches, Blue Eye. Yeah, yeah. It feels like they're having a conversation and you're just watching. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Makes sense to me. Okay. 5th Minnesota goodbye means it's time to go, y'all, unless we have something else to say. Nora's about to go live. So let's head on over to her live. Maybe I'll kill the next 4 minutes since it does have to be a 5th Minnesota goodbye. I'll kill the next 4 minutes. It also takes away from the streamer, really Wolf Machine, because there's so much. Well, that shouldn't have done anything. Can you guys still hear me? Hey, Dawn, hold on a sec. Oh, you're welcome, Blue Eye. We're glad to have you. Did everybody get subscribed to Evil Blue Eye? Lisa! Let's give it a minute so Nora can get started Let me find her live. Where is it? It's not there anymore. She canceled it. Did she cancel it? No. Yeah. Go over to Oh No Nora and I will meet you guys there. She starts in 2 minutes. Yours is still showing? What's still showing, Lisa? Laura Prepon. Yeah, mine was still it was still showing. I was just looking in the wrong place. Laura Prepon, exactly. Exactly. Okay, guys, thank you for coming. I didn't mean to be on this long, but isn't that what I always tell you? Head on over to Oh No Nora. Tell her I sent you. And I will see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. my time to talk to Fluffer Squirrel. And then immediately, that makes sense, Dusty. So 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, I will be interviewing Fluffer Squirrel. And then at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, my time, I will be on with Mama over at Mama's Life. So please come see me tomorrow morning with Fluffer Squirrel and then with Mama. Catch y'all later. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Love you too, Susan.